Thank you guys so much for being here, Mark. Thank you so much. Simi, you know we have to keep our story straight, so when he asks you that question, you know what it is. So. Well, thank you guys very much. I'm going to be pretty brief because I think most of you were with me in the last fight. We got really close. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like a family reunion. It's always great to see all of you again. I know for the most part we have a very activist group right here. We have PCOs, we have influencers throughout the community. So we are the people that are going to take our district back and take our country back, because we know the Democrats are destroying our country at every single level. They are the party of open borders. They are the party of open prisons. They are the party of anarchy on our streets. They're destroying our economy, and they are sexualizing and targeting our children and trying to break up families. And that's what we need to make very, very clear. Now, because this is a very engaged audience, let me give you guys some numbers real quick. I lost this last election by less than a percentage point. So that's something we need to get out to a lot of folks. A lot of people are saying, hey, why are you running again? Because we got so close. And I know that this is actually a conservative district, regardless of who we have representing us in Congress right now. The reason why Perez won was because Republicans were not unified. After I won the primary, I said my goal is to unite the Republican Party, and that hasn't changed. My goal right now is to unite the Republican Party. This last election, I had 13,000 Republicans who voted Republican up and down ballot, but they left the congressional district race either blank or they crossed the aisle and they voted for Perez. And I understand we had a hard-fought primary. We did 100%. The work of the people here in this audience, we took down a 12-year incumbent backed by the full weight of the RNC. That is not done very often. I don't take that lightly. It's a great honor to represent all of you in that struggle and in that fight. But we've got to close the deal, and we've got to get all the Republicans who voted either for no one at all or who voted for a Democrat back over to our side, because we share values with these people. Even if they supported the incumbent that we took down, none of that matters. These people on our side, we have to continue to drive home the fact the Democrats are opening up our borders, they're opening prisons, they're increasing the amount of anarchy on our streets, they're sexualizing our children, and they are destroying our economy. They are making it impossible to achieve or to maintain the American dream. And look, the Democrats have been in power now since 2021, almost 3 years, almost 4 years by the time we go to the ballot box. And what have they done? Every day gets worse and worse. So we've got to reach out to moderates. We've got to reach out to folks that we know are conservative. And if you people here in this audience, if you guys know anyone who didn't vote for me in this last election, but you know that they share values with us, please get me in touch with them. I've already done several outreach meetings. We sat down with some, I think, pretty prominent donors to Jamie Herrera Butler, and we chatted with them. I answered all of their questions. I'm willing to pretty much go anywhere, sit down, have a cup of coffee, and talk with people. So that's the big gap we've got to overcome. We've got to unite the Republican Party, because when we're united, we cannot be defeated. We outnumber the Democrats. We outnumber these radicals that are trying to destroy our district and destroy our country if we stand together. Another key number is 60,000. We had 60,000 Republicans who voted for President Trump in 2020, but simply didn't even show up in the primary or in the general in 2022. That's hard for all of us to believe because we eat, sleep, and breathe politics. But these are folks that only vote during a presidential cycle. And that's great. It's our job to actually get out there, get in front of them, ballot harvest. I'm sure I'm not the only candidate that's going to talk about ballot harvesting tonight. But we vote here for almost a month. I don't like that. You don't like that. But that's the reality. So we need to go out and chase ballots for the full voting period to make sure that people that we share value with, that go to church, that care about their children, we need to make sure that they have a ballot in front of them and they have an activist on their doorstep. And we're going to be heavily engaged with this party and with all the different county parties in that effort. So this is very much going to be won or lost on whether or not we can unify the Republican Party and whether or not we can get ballots in front of Republicans. For far too long, Democrats have outperformed us in actually getting out the vote. And that's really what this is going to be all about. What I would leave you with is we have to continue to tell people here that the Democrats, they are responsible for crime, they're responsible for the cost of living, they're responsible for the economic demise, and they're responsible at the federal level and at the state level for coming after our children. You guys all know about the SB 5599. At the federal level, we had Democrats like Marie Perez vote to allow biological men into your daughter's locker room and into their dressing room. And this is just absolutely beyond the pale. They cannot claim to be moderates whatsoever. So we've got to bring those people back over to our side, and we have to absolutely get out there and get out the vote. And with all of your help, I know I can make that happen. So thank you guys very much. Let's make America great again.